Welcome to another episode of Mostly Plants, folks. As you can see, it's a cold day in Indianapolis. We got some snow yesterday. All the trees are bare. The cherry tree, the walnut tree, some of the maples over there, they're all bare. So it's a great time to talk about deciduous plants. But first, I got to do some running, so let's go. So I told you I had to do some running, collect my comics. You know, shout out to Comic Carnival here on the east side. Had to get my Amazing Spider-Mans. Had to get my. They came out with this Ben Reilly Spider-Man #1. Now I grew up in the '90s. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ben Reilly Spider-Man, but after this latest Amazing Spider-Man run, I didn't like the Nick Spencer so much. The Nick Spencer run, but this run was hard. They had the Beyond Corporation story arc. That was hard. I'm kind of looking forward to this Ben Reilly now. I've never been a Ben Reilly fan, but this should kind of look hard. All right, let's get into some plants. It's snowing outside. We gonna make this quick. Right, here we are, Broad Ripple Park, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it's cold. It's cold as hell. It's about 30 degrees outside, and I've been living in Florida for a minute now. As you can see, the trees are all bare, as is, common around this time. I mean, hey, if you live in like New York or something, you probably don't know what trees are, but just as a brief kind of introduction to deciduous trees and deciduous plants, they'll shed their leaves, in the fall, and in the winter they will be well, this one ain't quite naked yet, but most of these trees are naked. They'll shed their leaves. And basically this happens for a variety of reasons we're going to get into. So, yeah, let's start at the basics, I guess. So, look, when a leaf sheds temporarily from a tree, that's called abscission, okay? That's the technical term for it. Now, it can coincide with a couple different environmental factors. It could either be winter or it could be a dry season, depending on the region. So, or it could even just be dehydration stress. So typically this will coincide either with the temperature or with the shorter photo period. Most of these trees around here, walnut trees over there, these are gonna shed their leaves based upon the photo period, the days getting shorter and whatnot. So it's kind of hard to explain. So basically, chlorophyll production is gonna decrease at this time, and like I said, that could either be the photo period or it could be drought stress. And the absence of chlorophyll will make the leaves turn color. So, if you live in a place that's deciduous, you'll notice sometimes the leaves will turn orange or they'll turn yellow. That's because the chlorophyll production is going to halt with the hormones that come with the shorter photo period and whatnot. So you're going to see like anthocyanins, which we've talked about before. What's the yellow hormone? Carotenoids, I think. And those do different things in the leaf. But the absence, or I shouldn't say the absence, but less chlorophyll means that the leaves aren't green, so you'll see those reds and yellows more readily. And it's kind of cool. I tried to hold out, y'all, but my blood's thinning out since I've been in Florida. I can't do it anymore. So I had to get back in the car, but I got for y'all this little, look like a gum tree leaf. And I'm going to talk about it. So first of all, look, let me tell you, white people are hilarious to me. I'm walking back to the car, and there's a man walking around with I got 4 layers on. You can't see me, but I got 4 layers on. There's a man walking around with 1 shirt on and a hat, talking about, it's not too bad out here with the sun out, huh? I said, man, you on drugs. He just started laughing at me. But anyway, I got this here, like I said, it looked like a sweet gum tree leaf almost. But and look, I'm in here with the heated seats. Well, I know somebody, one of my European ancestors or something, is just shaking their head at me. But basically what happens is, during these leaves on a deciduous plant, a leaf will develop something called an abscission layer. I'm sorry, I'm getting the dexterity in my lips back. A leaf will grow something called a abscission layer. And basically what that is when it gets time for the leaf to fall off, that abscission layer will grow. So how would I explain the abscission layer? So basically what happens is, okay, auxin is the phytohormone that facilitates growth in plants. And in the leaves specifically, this auxin will start to halt around the time that A, it gets cold, B, the drought starts to happen, or C, the photo period begins to decrease. Now, when the auxin halts, one of two things is going to happen. A, the leaf is obviously going to stop growing, but B, the abscission layer will start to grow, because the auxin is the thing that keeps the abscission layer small. Once the abscission layer gets to a certain size, the leaf, you know, abscisses, and so it falls off, and that's that. What else I really got to tell you about photosynthesis? Oh, not photosynthesis, Lord have mercy, abscission. The reason that these trees will often shed in the winter is A, moisture protection, B, well, water conservation, moisture protection, kind of same thing. Water conservation, protect from breakage. And then, believe it or not, and not a lot of these trees out here, but in some environments, some trees will even begin to flower during their abscission period, because wind-driven, Lord have mercy, why can I not talk today? Wind-driven pollination won't be blocked by the leaves. You know, it'll be a little bit more efficient. So in some environments, these trees will even start to flower at that time. So what else I really got to tell you about abscission, deciduous trees and whatnot? I think that's all for now, but like I said, I'm gonna be in Indiana for a minute. You know, things are gonna look a little different. We're not gonna get as many rare and exotic plants to talk about, so we can get into some other things. We can get into the science of things, we can get into whatever. So as you've been doing, you can slide in my DMs on Instagram if you follow me, or you can leave a comment on the video about what you want to see next as far as topics. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all later. Remember I said there was an eccentric white man told me it wasn't cold out? He's riding a unicycle. He's riding a unicycle. It's 24 degrees.